Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. Long time no see, Max. How you doing, my brother?
I know. Doing good, brother. Turned 29. How do I look? Do I still have that
You look old
young
as
feel of a
shit.
28-year-old? All right. Whatever, bro. I mean, bro, after that bout of food poisoning at the draft and chortling out of my guts for 8 hours straight, you didn't even pray for me, dog. In
you
serio.
know how you can tell our age, Max? Number one, we got chortle problems. Number two, we both got fucking horrendous hairlines. That's how you can tell
Oh,
that we're
yeah.
old.
I got that Vegete, but how are you, bro? Did you do
I'm
anything? Did you do anything for my birthday, or
I
did you
text
celebrate
you,
me?
so shut the fuck up before you lie again on my name.
Okay, okay,
Throw dirt on my
got it.
name. I did text you. I knew it was your birthday. What'd you do for your birthday?
I didn't really do anything here. I mean, I went to, I'm a twin. So me and my sister, we went out to dinner Saturday, just got some steak. But we went to Vegas last week with a couple, Tommy and Alexa. Shout out to them, Ohio, Australia connection. But it was cool. We went to Vegas. You know me, I was down. I was down a little bit, just a little bit. And Ashley, the
Yeah.
wife, she's just like, maybe you should slow down. Maybe you should shut the fuck up and let me gamble. Let me
You did
break the
not say
house.
that.
No. Here's the only thing I said. I was down maybe a lot, not a lot, not like hundreds of, like hundreds of dollars. That's it. But I was at the roulette table doing my thing, being a G, and I had like $50 left in chips, and I was like, I'm just gonna play with this the rest of the night. Then I had still more cash. I put 28. I put 50 on 28 for my dad's birthday. It was 28. Got paid, and she was just like not believing in me, and I just turned to her. I was like, fuck you. You don't fucking believe in me. You don't want me to win. And the dealer's just like, what is this guy? This guy's crazy. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm like real degenerate shit. But in all seriousness, I'm not like I wasn't serious. But I was just like, just like the hype of a win. She took all the money. She's like, here's 50. She gave me $100. She's like, you can play with this. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's my money, but it's her money.
You got to release
So it
the
was
demon
good.
somehow, bro.
Yeah, I was screaming. I was like, you don't believe. And then I found this one slot machine called My Little Hens, Rich Little Hens, and I had to feed my little hens.
I'm not a big gambler, bro. I'm the worst type
Yeah.
of gambler. I'm the type of gambler that
Bet your rent or what?
no. I'm the complete opposite, and I feel like that's bad. If I win a little bit of money, I'm done. I can win fucking $40,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm
Guys,
good.
guys,
I'm good.
scared money
Don't
don't
make
make
money.
money.
I know.
Ever. I was saying
Yeah.
that the whole trip. I was down like $500. Scared money don't make
Yeah, man. Max
money.
bet. Max bet those motherfuckers, bro.
Hell
But
yeah,
look,
dude. Oh,
it's
shit.
been a while. As you can see, we got a little new mics going. We got
Oh, I know. How do we
shot.
sound?
I hope we sound better. Max is not in his kitchen no more. He's in a great backdrop
No,
right
I had
now.
to let my wife, that's her domain. I don't mean that
Exactly.
sex thing. I mean, she cooks. I don't cook. I'm like Cardi B. I don't cook. I don't clean. But
shout out
I'm not trash.
shout out to Max's new setup, man. Shout out to the shoe head gang, all that good stuff.
I am bumping my table like a fucking Neanderthal. So
Still a little bit more kinks in the works, but
yeah.
look, we hope you guys enjoy this episode, man. We're gonna do NFL previews, and as always, every single year we do every single division. Okay, today we're gonna start off with the NFC North. Okay, interesting division.
There might be some gems in this division.
Might be
Oh,
some,
little
yeah,
plug.
might be
Little
some
plug.
gems. Little plug drop. We haven't been gone like that. We've came out with numerous MJC originals. We came out with the
Mhm.
Josh Allen video. We got this new series called MJC Gems, as Max was alluding
Yep.
to right now. As of this video that we're recording, all we have is Alex Highsmith. But I promise you,
That video's really fucking good. For anyone
it
who
is.
hasn't seen it, it's really good.
It
F you,
is.
algorithm. God forbid we
It's
put
a
a
great
fucking
video.
document like in the Zabonis video and gets 10,000. It's horrible. But we were learning at that point. We were still young babies.
Yeah.
Babies in the game.
Yeah, and we're still learning, bro. But look, if you guys are a Steeler fan, just a lover of football in general, you will really enjoy that video, man. It's about an underappreciated player He plays defense, defensive end, Alex Highsmith. It's an amazing video, man. We do a little film breakdown, little different style than when we do with the podcast. Just be aware, man. We're gonna come out with a lot more of that content. We're driving a little bit more towards that. We're still gonna sprinkle in videos like this, podcasts like this, of course, but we're kind of gonna tone it down this season. All right, we'll still be here. It's not like we're gonna leave, but just be aware. If you guys like that type of content, you guys are gonna be really happy this season because that's the type of content we're gonna be coming out with. As of today, like I said, NFC North. There's no other place to start, Max, than the Detroit Lions. All right. They won this division last year. They went 12-5, made it all the way to the NFC Championship, ended up losing to the San Francisco 49ers. A heartbreaker.
Really, really losing. Not like they got beat. They fucking lost. I picked them to go under last year, and I was like, what the hell was I even thinking? Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah, it was that was tough of you, Max. I'm pretty sure I picked over, right? I got this one.
Yeah, you were 100%. You were on the Lions.
Yeah,
from week 2. No, you were on the Lions before the year. You really were on them like after like week 3. But I will say, like, if you're looking at the graphics, guys, hey, there's a lot of continuity coming back. The whole coaching staff returns, and this is after offseason where a lot of people thought Ben Johnson's gone. He's leaving. He ended up staying, which I think is huge for this team. Really big to get your guy back.
Yeah. Ben Johnson, amazing offensive coordinator. Aaron Glenn, who started off rough with the Detroit Lions, but they have turned into a powerhouse. Like this is a powerhouse. This is the Lions division right here. It's year 2 of like, hey, we're a good team. We're expected to do good. What are we going to do with that? And I'm excited. Jahmyr Gibbs, a year 2 player. They have so much young talent, man, that often what you look for in NFL teams going into the season, at least I do. I say this every year. How many players do you have that can legitimately make a leap? You know, whether that's a rookie that had a so year, or, you know, just almost broke out, and it's like, okay, I see it. Like 1 year under his belt, he's gonna break off. That's Jahmyr Gibbs to me.
But
like,
it's crazy because it's like he had a great year.
Yeah,
wasn't like, oh man, he was kind of it was whatever.
And that wasn't
was
him
really
as the
good.
bell cow. He wasn't even the bell cow.
And Sam Laporta, you could be like, well, how the hell does he break out after an all pro? Was he an all pro, right?
Yeah.
How does he break out after an all pro year? Aiden Hutchinson, a guy who's, do you think he's due for a break? I just think he needs a little more national recognition because I feel like he's gotten lost in the shuffle. Well, he hasn't had one of those big 30, like 28 sack years where he's just
the sacks
he's really good.
The sacks come in bunches, Max. We all know that. The sack numbers are something never to look at. A guy that he's compared to a lot, Max Crosby. Max Crosby wasn't getting crazy sacks, and then they all start coming in bunches. The pressures are there. The hurries are there. The QB hits are there for Aiden Hutchinson.
Deflections, even interceptions, just plays. He's just a playmaker one.
Disruptor. Yeah, playmaker, disruptor. I'm hyped for him. Let's look at some of the key additions that they had. Sorry, this is the Vikings. Excuse me.
Sorry. Well, I'll say him because I know him because I just did all this. Terrion Arnold, rookie, Alabama. Juan really liked him. I wasn't as high. Still, blue chip kind of guy, first rounder. You add Carlton Davis, who's a good man-to-man corner. You might remember him on the Bucs teams with Brady, one of the best corners they had. And they got DJ Reader. This is kind of like, hey, the rich got richer. They were pretty stout last year, Juan. This adds a whole nother like element of stout next to your boy Ali McNeil. Hey, maybe we get some Levi Onwuzurike funkiness, something like that. Now, you would have loved for me to see them like add a really dominant edge guy, like a really like a Daniil Hunter would have been like, oh, this is like great. But they're not lacking. They have a lot of good able-bodied defenders. And something we didn't add, but I could. They extended Amon-Ra St. Brown, gave Penei Sewell big money, gave Goff money. The only one I question is Goff. Like, what do you think about the Goff contract? Is it kind of like we just keeping our guy? but they have a guy who's talented in Hendon Hooker, who obviously has never played meaningful downs. Jared Goff coming off the best season of his career by far.
Yeah.
Not even close.
It's tough, man, because there could be a world where you're paying him for what he did. Basically, he brought your team to the NFC Championship. It's like a Joe Flacco thing. It's like he won the Super Bowl. You cannot just not pay the guy. Like he just won you a Super Bowl. The Jared Goff just won you your first playoff game since 1996, bro. It's been so, or 92, whatever.
Two playoff games.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, 2 playoff games at that. And so there could be a world where he can regress. We know how Jared Goff is. He's hot and cold, man. But one thing about Jared Goff is this system is made for him. These receivers are made for him. He has a great offensive line still. He has 2 great running backs in Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I think he's going to be just fine. He doesn't have to press the issue. He doesn't have to be, hey, I'm going to throw for 5,000 yards and crazy touchdown interception ratio. Like, you're fine, dude. We got a great defense.
I will say, though,
great run game.
They did lose Jonah Jackson. Like, they lost Cam Sutton made sure he couldn't get a job with his off-the-field antics. They lost Jonah Jackson. I'm not sure if I put that one in there, but the Rams paid him big money.
Yeah.
But their line is still Taylor Decker, stud. Ragnow, best in his position. Penei Sewell, arguably best right tackle in the league. And they have they have good players all over. So I think they will be fine. I don't think Dan Campbell's going to let this team get whooped in the trenches. I have a hard time believing that because that's part of the identity of this team. Yeah. I mean, they whipped San Francisco in the trenches.
Right. Look,
and one thing I love, real quick. This is my last point. They have guys who haven't scratched that surface. Right. Gibbs, Laporta, Jameson Williams. That, I don't want to say too much on him.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm getting bricked. I'm sorry, it's too much. I'm sorry.
Look, I think one more key thing to add here is you mentioned the cornerbacks. I think by far that was their biggest hole this offseason was DBs. Cam Sutton got absolutely fucking torched. And they upgraded.
Which week?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, all weeks. They absolutely upgraded. I love Terrion Arnold. I'm a big fan of Carlton Davis.
Brian Branch is still like a rookie stud. We loved him. Yeah. We loved him coming out. So, real quick one, just to build off what you said. Emmanuel Mosley, Carlton Davis, Brian Branch, Melifonu, Kirby Joseph, Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rankstraw, Amik Robinson.
Yeah.
I know you'll have something to say. Yeah. I know you'll have something
to say. They got dogs.
Raiders lost a big player, allegedly.
I mean, they did. He's a playmaker. He's a dog. He's a little Mighty Mouse. He fits the Lions culture to the fucking T. All those guys, Terrion Arnold, Rakestraw, all those guys that they added this offseason just fit the prototype blood of the Detroit Lions. Like fast, physical, we're going to punch you in the mouth, and we're going to talk shit while doing it. Like, I think it was a home run for them, bro. I always love what I'm forgetting the GM's name. Oh my goodness.
Oh, for the Lions?
Yes, for the Lions. Man, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes. There you go, Brad Holmes. Yeah, Brad Holmes has done an amazing job building this roster every single year. So it comes down to this, Max. Over or under? What's the over-under for them? 10.5, you said?
10.5. I'm going over. I'm not making the same mistake twice. I mean, I think it's disappointing as hell if they don't win this division. I think it's clear-cut they're the best team. Granted, I'm not going to factor in injuries, but, obviously the injury bug could always happen to any team.
Yeah.
But they're talented enough to even withstand losing a couple guys. Right. I'm going over. I'm not making the same mistake twice.
Yeah, I'm going to go over too. I love the Lions that much. They're a Super Bowl contender in my eyes. And especially with this division, it's really only the Packers. I don't see J.J. McCarthy, who's a rookie, and Caleb Williams, who is also a rookie, dethroning the Detroit Lions. Those teams are just not there yet. They're cool to look at. They're cool to talk about. But as far as
each, at least,
yeah, at least, it's gonna be some learning curves. All right. Anything else on the Detroit Lions, Max, before we move on?
No, just shout out to them for having a vision, building off of it and not just wanting to, fire your coach, fire your DC. We've talked about it in the video. Dan Campbell sticks to his guns, sticks to his guys.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did. And that's why I'm glad they rewarded. That's awesome that they're good.
And
I hope
they
they
got
stay this
something
way.
special. They got something special because
I think so.
Because Johnson stayed. Ben Johnson fucking stayed. He could have became a head coach for a lot of teams.
Correct. And like I said, they lost that NFC Championship game, in my opinion. They didn't just get mollywopped from the first. They were in control of that game, and they didn't know what to do because only Goff has been in that game ever. Like, their whole roster is so young.
Yeah.
And I know, just the core guys didn't know what it took to get over it. Now they know, they understand playoff football. The ceiling is the roof, to quote Michael Jordan.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to the Green Bay Packers, who didn't do didn't do bad this year, bro. They went 9-8, which on the surface, looking at it, looks average, but they made it all the way to the divisional round against the 49ers.
In control of that game.
Had control.
Arguably should have won.
Came down to a fucking Carlson field goal, in my opinion, that he missed, flat out just missed.
Yep.
And that was the turning point. But look, great accomplishment for them. Jordan Love, great leap year, first year of starting. This Packer team is ready to rock and rumble again. 2024 over under is 9.5. They're bringing back Matt LaFleur. DC is Jeff Haley. That's the new guy on defense. Correct?
Yeah, and I think that's something we should talk about right off bat, Juan. This is a defense that long has underachieved the talent on their roster. Just to name a few guys: Rashawn Gary, I know he's been injured. Devontae Wyatt, Devondre Campbell, who I know left in free agency. Who's their other edge guy? They had Zadarius Smith. They have Preston Smith. But all these defenses, Jair Alexander, all these good defensive players, Kenny Clark, keep coming up with them. Have you ever been like, damn, that's a dominant defense. They kick ass. No. I mean, the NFC Championship game. Who is the old Cleveland coach who was a DC for them? Who gave up the bomb to Scotty Miller? Like before half. What was his name? Oh my gosh.
I'm forgetting his name.
Mike Pettin?
Yes, Mike Pettin.
Joe Woods, Joe Barry, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
It just hasn't worked, in my opinion. And I love everything about their defense, and it's just got to be timely. They got to figure. LaFleur has got the offense figured out. He has been great, arguably the most underrated coach in football. Defense is the key this year.
Yeah,
it's to me. Let's get this thing on track. Let's be dominant because they have so many good players, so many.
Yeah, and they added a couple guys this offseason. They added Jordan Morgan, who they drafted. They needed a tackle. Bakhtiari is gone, of course. They got Adrian Cooper, linebacker.
Freaky athlete.
Yeah, freaky athlete. And Josh Jacobs. They added a running back. They swapped out basically Josh Jacobs in replace of Aaron Jones.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Josh Jacobs is a guy with a lot of miles on him. He gets hurt. He's 2 years removed from his career year. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for Josh Jacobs. I think there was a reason why that the Raiders didn't pay him. But look, all I know is on that offense, he fits in pretty good because us doing some research on the wide receivers, one in particular, Max, with Jaden Reed, I feel like he fits the attitude of a lot of the playmakers inside that locker room. They're tough. They're gritty.
I guess, but they don't. Again, I love the speed element. Like, how many big runs did you see Aaron Jones just take? Like big 40-yard, 50-yard chunk.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel was going to lack. And I mean, I thought Aaron Jones was more dynamic than Josh Jacobs. I still think that. Can Josh Jacobs' ceiling be higher if he has like a career year? Yeah. But do you think he's really going to just bell cow this year? Like, they still have Dylan. AJ Dillon's still there. He's still like, a decent back in himself. And I don't see why you wouldn't just pay Jones a couple more million if you're going to pay Jacobs like 12. Like I'd rather have Jones for 14 or 15. Like I don't see saving for it. And I know they gave Jordan Love 50 million a year or whatever. I just don't like the loss of Aaron Jones personally. And they lost Runyon as well. Darnell Savage is gone. But I don't really like the Josh Jacobs thing. I agree. I agree he'll be good, but I don't think I think it's a letdown to me. I think
like, what's your confidence that he's gonna have a year like 2 years ago? I don't think I'm not all that confident.
10%.
Yeah.
Like, has Aaron Jones ever been bad for the Packers? I know he's been banged up.
Yeah,
but so does Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron Jones has just been banged up. That's really what's wrong with Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is, I mean, we can arguably make an MJC Gems video on him. Like, he's just super underrated as a running back. Let's look at some of the key losses. Speaking of Aaron Jones, of course, he is on this list, as Max alluded to, John Runyon and Darnell Savage, who is a pretty good safety. I would say he's a top 10 safety in the league. Do you agree with that, Max? At least top 12, he's up there.
Yeah, he's close. Yeah, he's on the cusp, and he's dynamic. He's fast, and I think he was playing his best ball this year. Obviously, contract year, but I mean, the defense has to establish itself and has to be consistent. Jair Alexander's a guy who's getting paid, needs to play up to his contract. I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about Jordan Love a lot because he's a quarterback, 40 million, 50 million a year, whatever the number is. His weapons are going to be good. Wicks, Reed, Watson, if he can be healthy. I mean, I think it's a good team overall. I don't see a hole in this team. Offensive line maybe is a little weak, but they were bad last year, and Jordan Love can still make magic. So I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not worried either. I'm a big fan of Jordan Love. I think by week 3, we kind of seen it. We're all right, this guy's here to fucking stay. He deserves the contract. We called it immediately after that divisional playoff game where he's gonna be the highest paid quarterback in the league. They're gonna fucking pay him. It's a no-brainer. It's gonna happen. The Packers just wind up getting so fucking lucky every 10 years, 15 years max with a franchise quarterback. I wish, as a Raider fan, I wish it was that easy.
They don't seem to really miss on quarterbacks. Even Matt Flynn got paid, and he only played 1 game for them.
Exactly. Any other storylines that you wanted to talk about with the Green Bay Packers?
No, I just hope it's not. I hope there is no year 2 regression from Love. And I call it year 2 because the second year starting.
Yeah. Well, they won 9 games last year. What's the over-under this year, Max?
9.5. I'm going over.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Not by much, though. I think it's 10 or 11, maybe. I'm not thinking they go 14-3 and just whip the whole division's ass.
That's so hard because I feel like it's 9 or 10. It's a good line by Vegas. I'm gonna go under. I like the lines in this division. I think the Vikings got better. The Bears got better. And I do think the Bears are going to come with a chip on their shoulder this year and have one of their goals as a team, Max, especially when you're a bad team like this for years and you've been getting your ass kicked by the Packers. You're going to have on your list, let's beat the fucking Packers this year. Let's beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and slay that. So I think they're going to get their best fucking games against the Bears twice. So I'm going to go under. I say they win about 9 games again like last year, maybe even 8. And they possibly might miss the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. Just because you have a great quarterback, they still have some playmaking issues. I like Jaden Reed, but Christian Watson always gets hurt. Romeo Doubs is not all that good. They don't really have a tight end. Musgrave was supposed to be really good, but kind of underwhelming. Sam Laporta was probably the guy that we thought Musgrave was going to be. And like you said, the defense, it's a wait and see. It's a wait and see with the defense. So I'm going to go under. Yeah, that's what I think, bro. What do you want to hit? You want to hit the Vikings or the Bears next?
I want us to go in the order they finished. Let's go Vikings.
Okay. The Minnesota Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, head coach. OC Wes Phillips, DC Brian Flores. Went 7-10 last year. A lot of injuries, as we know. Kirk Cousins went down with an Achilles injury. Justin Jefferson with a hamstring injury. It was a tough year. It was a tough year, derailed by injuries. And honestly, like 7-10 is not that bad for what happened to them.
No, it's not. I agree.
So, what are some of the storylines that you like with the Minnesota Vikings, Max?
Well, obviously they have a quarterback of the future. Sam Darnold's not that guy. It's J.J. McCarthy. And I think a lot of the season rides on him, on how good he can be or how soon he can establish himself. And look, he's a really raw guy. He didn't really have to do a lot at Michigan. They didn't really ask him to play quarterback. They said, hey, manage the game, make some big throws here and there. But he wasn't asked like a guy like C.J. Stroud was like, hey, we kind of need you this week. We need you to make a lot of plays. And that is the difference to me between a guy like T.J. Stroud coming out and J.J. McCarthy. Do I like him? Absolutely. I like him more than Penix, personally. But I don't really think it's going to be all that great year one. Now, obviously, you have the best receiver in football when he's healthy, Justin Jefferson. You have a good guy in Jordan Addison who needs to kind of mature a little bit. Aaron Jones is good there. So decent guys. I just don't really know how you as a fan, not like I know you like the Vikings, but you don't like J.J. McCarthy. How can you think they're going to do that good?
Yeah, look.
Like, I think it's going to be a lot of close games this year, a lot of heartbreak. And next year, we'll be ready to rock.
I surprisingly on the other side of the fence with J.J. McCarthy. And for this reason only. It's not the fact that I believe in him so much and I believe in his talent, like he's so fucking good. I honestly feel like he's gone into the best structure out of all the rookie quarterbacks. I think he has the best head coach. He has the best receiver in football. And he got Aaron Jones. Yeah, the offensive line needs some work, but for the most part, he has a structure there with receivers, running backs, and a coach. And the NFL is very good nowadays with hiding quarterbacks. A system is everything. A system can get you a really good regular season record. Brock Purdy, Tua. You know, I feel like Dak's one of those guys at times.
Mahomes? No.
But
Jalen
I can see a great scenario and a world where J.J. McCarthy comes out and he balls. He balls. He game manages. He wins about maybe 9-8 games, you know, sneaks up on people.
You don't imagine them winning much more than their line. Like, I don't like, hey, I think 9's the best case, maybe 10. 10 is like perfect season. I don't see them winning 12 games, 11 games. That's a lot. I mean, they did make some great additions, Juan. If you want me to hit them or you can hit them, I know you got the graphic in front of you.
Yeah.
Obviously, J.J. McCarthy. They got some guys on defense. They got who's the edge?
Dallas
Houston?
Turner.
Dallas Turner. Yeah, that was that was surprising. They got him.
And then you're talking about Jonathan Greenyard, the guy that they swapped out. So basically, for Daniil Hunter, they lost him and got Jonathan Greenyard. Basically, swapped those edges. So they're revamped on the defensive line, bro. Dallas Turner is one of those, twitchy guys. He's a high ceiling guy. May take some time coming out, but
do you think it'll be like Will Anderson good? Or it'll be like a little less. I think a little less. He's like a tier lower than him as a problem.
But I tell you one thing, it could be like I could see a world where like how Michael Parsons came onto the scene, you're like, holy shit, like this guy's on another level athletically and he's just disrupting everything. I could see that from Dallas Turner. But it's a wait and see. Let's look at some of the losses that they have. Kirk Cousins, they're losing a quarterback, obviously, with J.J. McCarthy drafting him. And then I mentioned Daniil Hunter, an edge that's been there for a while. Had some injury concerns, scary neck injury at one point. It was time to move on from him. But like I said, I really like this scenario for the Vikings. And I'm a big believer in Kevin O'Connell. I'm a big believer in him. He's the main reason why. And I would probably say the rest of that pie goes to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. They're fucking ballers, bro. They made freaking what's his name look good last year.
Josh Dobbs.
Like Josh Dobbs was winning games. That's
Who's
that's what
their
kept
other quarterback? The one who really
Nick
sucked, the white
Mullins.
guy? No, 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 the rookie from Brigham Young. Oh my god.
Oh, Kellen Mond.
Oh,
Was it Kellen Mond?
no, it's someone I don't remember no, it's someone else, but yeah, he was garbage.
Yeah,
But
bro.
yeah,
Like
no,
they
they made
were, they were winning games almost with like Nick Mullen. I think they did win a game. Like that's
yeah.
how
No,
it
they
was
did.
crazy. It was crazy, bro. So I have big belief in that. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
over for this team. I think they win about 8 games. I'm not gonna be surprised. Uh, I'm not a big fan of J.J. McCarthy, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, we proved you wrong. Like we were raving about this guy in the draft. Michigan guy. Everyone doubted him." I People got to look more at the situation, and he's gone into a great situation. And the best thing possible was that the Vikings didn't trade up to the number 4 pick to pick him. He fell
Correct. Yeah.
in to the Vikings lap.
Uh,
That's a better
I'm going
scenario.
under. I'm going under. I just don't see it happening this year. The defense scares me because I think they could be really good. Brian Flores is a really good defensive coordinator. I think he's a good coach too. I mean, I don't think he did that bad of a job. Sure, he can be swirly and tough, but that's just his personality. That's how his defenses are. So I'm going under. It'll be close though. It's definitely a scary one.
Yeah,
Scary line.
yeah. All right, let's move on to the
The
Bears.
Bears.
The Bears. Matt Eberflus is back in action. Shane Waldron coming over from Seattle is the new offensive coordinator, and Eric Washington, the new defensive coordinator. So both new coordinators for the Bears this year. They went 7-10. That was with Justin Fields and a little bit of Tyson Badgett in there beating the Raiders. Uh, what did we pick on the over under for them? Did we get them right?
No, I'll tell you right now. Hold on, I have it right
I'm
here.
kind
I'll
of
pull it up.
curious. I want to say I kind of oversold the
It's kind of
Bears.
crazy how, like, in my head, I'm like, well, they're not gonna like. They just finished 7-10 with really bad quarterback. We both went under last year, and it was 7.5.
So
So we got it right.
we got it right. Yeah, we got that one.
Yeah.
We got it.
But they have horrible quarterback play last year. And but here's what I'm thinking before. I'm like, what do I pick? Because I know they won some games because Justin Fields was just like, hey, I can outrun everybody.
Yeah.
Like Justin Fields, you're just enough. So it's scary. I mean, look, they got a lot of talent, a lot of key additions. One, if you want to throw the graphic, I can hit them. Caleb Williams, we knew that as soon as they had the number 1 pick, that was happening.
Yeah.
Roma Dunze, your boy, you fucking loved him, man crush. They got Keenan Allen from the Chargers for pennies on the dollar. Like, if you want to give a rookie quarterback like an easy time, hey, go get him a reliable third down veteran receiver with Keenan Allen. Right?
And
Like,
they
hey,
got DJ
it's
Moore.
3rd and 8.
just
DJ Moore is a stud. Like, they're fucking loaded at receiver. Look, the O-line is the big question, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to hold up. Like, Darnell Wright's a stud, but Caleb is a magician back there, and you're hoping, hey, he can recapture some of the USC type stuff. The problem with me, one, is unless you're going to be Andrew Luck as a rookie, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard to make the playoffs as a rookie, especially with that team they just had. And look, I know their roster's not bad. They have Montez Sweat, who's really good. Jalen Johnson, one of the best guys. Tremaine Edmonds. It just scares me. Like, I love this line is really scary, 8.5, because to me it's 7 or 8. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't see a situation where they can just beat from worst to first. That's not what I see. I
Yeah.
think there's going to be a lot of good moments. There'll be some bad moments because Caleb Williams is a rookie, and I don't want to hold him to Mahomes standard or Herbert, Lamar. It's just not fair to him. So, and you know me, I've never been the biggest Caleb fan of the personality, the talent. Oh my God, there's so much talent. It's scary.
Yeah.
But hey, do you love Shane Waldron? Are you like, wow, Shane Waldron? That's an
Yeah.
OC. Not
I
really.
I got I got mixed feelings about him. I like some of the stuff he would do in Seattle at times, but then again I wouldn't. Seattle was big on my guys versus yours. Like we're gonna win on the field with talent, not so much scheme. We're not gonna put our guys in the best like spots. We're gonna more, hey, let's give them the ball and they're gonna make something out of nothing kind of thing. And I don't think that's always the greatest recipe for success. But hey, they got a talented roster, so they may be able to fucking just go out there and do that type of shit. Some of the key losses,
But
obviously,
but
Justin
is that
Fields.
really what you want to do to a rookie quarter? Hit the key losses. I'll ask my question. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Justin Fields, obviously, Darnell Mooney, and Eddie Jackson. Been on the Bears for a while. One of my personal favorites. Sad to see him go, but yeah, Eddie Jackson
It was
is no
time.
longer in Chicago, man. What were you gonna
So
say, Max?
I was gonna say, but let's have the Caleb discussion right now. Is that the recipe you want to put on the field as a rookie for the rookie quarterback? As an OC, hey, we're not gonna really scheme the guys open. We're just gonna, hey, Keenan Allen's gonna win. It's Keenan Allen. He'll win. DJ Moore's gonna win, and obviously they're gonna win some weeks.
Mhm.
But this is not Mahomes that can live with it. Like, I don't want to put that on a rookie. I want to give him confidence. Like, hey, let's make it easy for you. The same way Mike McDaniel and Kyle Shanahan do it for their quarterbacks. Like, hey, you know you're not the best. We can make you look like the best because of how good we are. But I don't think Shane Waldron's capable of that. And I think, hey, you want to F up a rookie quarterback? Hey, let's fire the whole coaching staff after 1 year. Like, to me, Trevor Lawrence is a prime example. I was like, wow, this is a guy no one thought would ever bust in a million years. But we just had the perfect rookie season to fuck it all up for him,
Perfect storm.
right?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm afraid of. And Trevor Lawrence is not a bust, but hey, wonder where he'd be if he had a stable first year, not a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
And that's what I worry about. That's
Yeah.
what I worry about with Caleb Williams. And this is me being unbiased. I don't like the guy really personally all that much. Still waiting to see how good he is. But hey, any quarterback, doesn't matter who it is, Lamar, anyone, have some scheme. Hey, the Ravens always put you in a box. It's like, hey, hey, how many times have you seen wide open people on the Ravens? You're like, oh, fuck, all the time. Same thing with the Chiefs.
I think we talked about this during the draft. I think it was a disagreement between us, but I personally think we're gonna see it fast. It's gonna be super fast when we see Caleb Williams get out there, and we're gonna find out, like, is this guy good or is he not? I think we're gonna tell right off the bat, like, what play style is he gonna do? Because if he's out there and he's just fucking doing shit like he did in college, and he's throwing a bunch of fucking picks, I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, the body language, like, that's something to take into consideration too. But I just feel like we're gonna see pretty early on what Caleb Williams is gonna be in the NFL, and it could be as quick as like 2 weeks max. Like 2 weeks, we see him, and he may be 0-2, but it's like eye test. We fucking see him, we're like, he's gonna be fucking fine. He is so fucking talented. We should have never fucking even had a discussion of him, possibly being bad. He was the number one pick for a reason, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
we're
that's how
idiots.
it ended.
We're dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So until we see him on the field in a regular season game, we'll make our decision, and we'll see if the people who are worried about his personality, if you can lead a team like that.
And hey, and I'm not trying to disparage the guy. I'm not talking about the report that he told his teammates to pick up trash. Don't really think that's a big deal.
No.
I feel like that's pretty just basic humanity thing. I'm simply trying to make the point. He's a rookie. Let's not make him be Superman from week 1.
Yeah.
Hey, it didn't work out in the long run for Andrew Luck or
Yeah.
RG3. It didn't.
Yeah. It's not working out for Justin Herbert either.
Hey, the future's bright in Los Angeles.
All right.
Los Angeles.
Not an AFC West topic, bro. Let's talk a little bit about the defense. I'm kind of liking the defense. One of the leap guys that I see on their defense is the cornerback, Tariq Stevenson, who had a great year last year. I think he's one of the guys that can make a huge leap this year, like all pro type stuff. Very talented
Kyler
player.
Gordon's very good too. They have a lot of good players. Like Jalen's good. Oh, Brisker. I freaking love Brisker so much.
Part of the reason why Eddie Jackson is gone is Jaquan Brisker is a fucking playmaker. He's a dog.
Yeah, he's going to get paid. He'll be paid soon.
Yeah.
So the pass rush scares me a little. Who else do they have besides Montez Sweat? They have what's his name in the middle, who's not bad. I'm gonna pull up their depth chart because I'm trying a freaking blank.
Yeah.
Let's see here. They traded for Montez Sweat, which was good. It's Andrew Billings and Javon Dexter, and DeMarcus Walker. That's
that could
but
be a
Matt
problem.
Eberflus is the type of guy who is creative. We saw with the Colts, they didn't always have the best pass rusher, but they were able to create pressure.
Yeah.
And that's what's interesting to see.
Yeah. But their defense put on some pretty good performances last year. I can remember a game against the Lions, both games. One of them they lost. I couldn't believe they lost that fucking game. But they shut down the fucking Lions. And I felt like all year we only seen like a couple teams shut down the Lions like the Bears did those 2 times. Like it was fucking insane.
Yeah, it was really just Baltimore. Baltimore whooped their ass, and the Bears kind of whooped their ass too, and they kind of got lucky.
Yeah,
that they won those games. Over under one. What are you thinking? I'll let you pick first.
So the over under is what?
8.5. Fucking scary.
Jeez, man. I'm gonna go under. I can't do that.
I'm going under too.
I think there's gonna be a lot of hype. They're fantasy hype. They're
like
paper champs.
I feel like they could be 8-8 heading into week 17. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh man.
People are gonna get horny off of this team, Max. They win week 1 and week 2. Like, what if they go 2-0? People are gonna be slobbering all over this team because they got so 100%. Much. It's the offense. People love offense. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Romeo Aduze. Like, come on, bro. Like, people are gonna fall in love with this team. But I'm sorry, there's only a couple quarterbacks that have came in and just fucking dominated like that as a rookie, and Caleb Williams has the ability to do that. I'm not willing to bet on it. I'm gonna go under. They're in a really good division to top it all off. They gotta play the Packers still. They gotta play the Lions still. Like, I don't see them winning that many games.
Vikings aren't gonna be a cakewalk.
Yeah. I feel like you talked about this with the Vikings as far as like winning some losing some heartbreakers. I feel like the Bears
lose their fair share.
Dude, they have that shit written all over them.
And Eberflus isn't the level of coach that O'Connell is right now. He might be. We have to wait and see, though. I'm not like, wow.
And that whole thing,
to me, he's kind of Arthur Smith right now. It's like 7-10, 6-9, like always kind of just there. But like, let's see.
And let's just be real. I'm gonna speak for a couple Bears fans. I know a couple Bears fans that feel like Justin Fields was done wrong and Eberflus was the issue.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So that narrative is still out there. We'll see who proves to be the issue. That is it for the teams. Let's go ahead and rank them. I guess we'll rank them.
We'll predict how we think it'll finish.
Exactly. I'm gonna go Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears. Same thing as last year. Same exact fucking thing.
I'm gonna do Detroit, Packers, Bears, Vikings.
There you go. There you have it. All right.
That's it.
I think that's it, man. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, man. Like this video. If you guys like content like this, you guys love football content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. We do podcasts. We also do MJC Originals. Check out our MJC Gems series, man. We do breakdowns on underrated players on the offense and the defensive side. If you guys love football,
and maybe even a whole position group. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Got a lot of content coming towards you guys. We're going to do every single division. This is going to be the first one. So just wait on your division being talked about, man. We'll talk about your team, try to make some clips out there. The grind season is starting. I think the off season is officially done for me and Max. We had a good little month or so there with vacation, but we are back. We're back in full effect. Football season is around the corner. Hall of Fame game has already been played. Preseason is out there. Fantasy drafts are getting drafted. I'm excited, man. I cannot wait for the season to start. Max, any last words?
No, I'm ready to get into it, man.
Yep.
I'm just ready. Football.
I'll see you guys in the next one. We out. Peace.